Hello everybody, my name is Kieran from The Checkpoint, the only gaming channel that will call you maybe, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and the Pick 13 system. If you didn't see the trailer yesterday, the Pick 13 system is the new creator class system that will be featured in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer. Now, if you've ever played Call of Duty Black Ops 2, you'll notice that it's quite similar, and it is. The difference this time is that it involves score streaks, so as you can see on the right hand side, score streaks are now a major part of the creator class system. They used to kind of be a separate thing in previous Call of Duties, but this time it's all kind of integrated. The difference is that instead of just being limited to 3 kill streaks, you can now have up to 4. However, for this you will have to surrender a perk or a wildcard or a weapon of some sort. So let's go through this. You can have 5 custom class slots, so I'm guessing that will increase as you prestige or something like that. I'm not sure what the gap is at the bottom left of the corner. Maybe you can preview what your character looks like with your loadout in that little area section, I don't know. So you've got your primary weapon there at the top, and then you can have up to 3 attachments. I'm guessing you need the primary gunfighter wildcard, which will allow you to have 3 attachments. Secondary weapon, you will have a combat knife by default. I'm guessing that just happens, you don't need anything to do that, it costs no points. Or maybe that is a secondary weapon, a combat knife, where you have to spend a point on it. Or maybe it's by default, we'll have to wait and see for that. And of course you can put an attachment, and I'm guessing too, there is a wildcard for secondary gunfighter, so you can put 2 attachments on your secondary weapon. Now if you look at the perks, it's pretty much exactly the same from Black Ops 2. As you can see, the wildcard there at the bottom says perk 1 greed, there's also a perk 2 and perk 3 greed. Now I will be going through the perks in a separate video, so look out for that. And as you can see, Danger Close is back. I've been hearing from people that it's pretty balanced though, and that explosives aren't too powerful, so that's all good. Hopefully it won't be OP or anything. And we've also got your usual cold-blooded toughness, as I said, I'll be going through perks in another video. Now, you see your EXO abilities and EXO launchers. EXO abilities are kind of like a new kind of creator class option that's coming to multiplayer. I will be going through those in a separate video, just to go into them in detail instead of making this video really long. And the same for launchers. Launchers is basically your frag grenades, your semtex, your stuns. It's kind of like a wrist-mounted thing on the actual exoskeleton suit that allows you to throw grenades, and you can have up to 2 with a wildcard. Another thing to notice is that if you look at the bottom right, you can press that button, I'm not sure what button that is, that might be select, to allow you to go to the firing range. Now, the firing range is kind of a little instantaneous thing you can do before a match whilst you're waiting in the lobby to try and test out what your weapon feels like. You might want to put a certain attachment or you know, have a certain loadout that you want to try out and try how it feels like to use in the game. So over the firing range, it's no loading time, it's pretty instantaneous. You can just shoot your gun, see what it feels like, and see if it's there for you. If it's not right for you, then you can change it to something that's your personal preference. It's not a major feature, but I think it's a really cool thing that Sledgehammer Games have involved in this. And let's quickly go through the wildcards. The first one we have is Bombardier. Now what Bombardier does is it allows you to take an EXO launcher in your EXO ability slot. So that basically means you can have an extra grenade, but instead of that extra grenade, you're sacrificing your EXO abilities. The next one is Overkill. Now what Overkill does, it allows you to take a primary weapon in your secondary weapon slot. So that's basically saying you can have lots of primary weapons. Say you can have an SMG and an SMG or whatever you want. So you basically have a more powerful secondary weapon. The next one is Primary Gunfighter. Now Primary Gunfighter, we all know what it does from Black Ops 2. It allows you to take a 3rd primary attachment, which is also, I use that quite a lot in Black Ops 2. It allows a lot of custom choices with your gun, and it allows your gun to be pretty dangerous. The next one is Secondary Gunfighter. Now what Secondary Gunfighter does, it allows you to take a secondary attachment. As we saw in Black Ops 2, this was available. Say on your pistol you could have a dual wield and extended mags, which is quite a deadly combo, and we'll probably be seeing more similar things in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. The next one is Perk 1 Greed, and it's pretty self-explanatory, and the same goes for Perk 2 Greed and Perk 3 Greed. It allows you to take a second Perk 1, 2 and 3. However, you're not just spending 1 more point out of your 13 for that, you're actually spending 2, because you have to spend it on the wildcard, and then the second point on your second perk. So if you want an additional perk from a certain category, it's going to cost you 2 points involving the cost of the wildcard. Next one is called Streaker. Now what Streaker does, it allows you to take a 4th kill streak, so you can't just take away a primary weapon or a secondary weapon or ability or whatnot and replace it with a score streak. To have your 4th score streak, you're going to have to spend 1 point on a wildcard on it. And that's probably a good thing. It might be a bit OP without that. It might be a bit too easy to get a 4 kill streak, so you might have to make a bit of a sacrifice to make sure you're not getting too many score streaks and it's not too easy. The final one is called Tactician. Now what Tactician allows you to do, it allows you to take an Exo ability in your Exo launcher slot, so it's kind of the reverse of the Bombardier one. So you can have your Cloak or your Stim or whatever, and replace that. That will replace your stun or your frag or whatever you want. So if you don't fancy having grenades, you can have an extra ability, which might be quite powerful, because abilities will be pretty powerful in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. If you've ever played Titanfall, you know what I'm talking about. This game isn't really like Titanfall at all, but some of the abilities are similar, such as Stim and Cloak. As I said, I will be going through the abilities, Exo launchers, perks, everything in separate videos, so this one isn't too long. So, I hope you found this video useful. That was just a quick overview of the Pick 13 system in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer. I'm very excited. I think this system will work very well. I'm not sure how you go about unlocking weapons, whether you unlock them at certain levels, so you unlock this assault rifle at level 28 or something. Hopefully that's the case, because I kind of like that. Call of Duty Ghost didn't really have that. You can just sort of have your best weapons from pretty much level 1, which I didn't like too much. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Follow us on Twitter if you have not already, at Real Checkpoint. Subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed. Leave a comment saying what you feel about this Pick 13 system, whether you like it or not, and what changes you'd make to it. But I like it, for me, so I'm pretty happy. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you again soon.